Phone right now is Rozalla. How the devil are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very good, thanks. And how are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, rocking and rolling. I've got a broken ankle at the moment. So.
Oh no! Oh.
Yeah.
Speedy recovery to you.
Yeah, I'm just limping around at the moment. So it's one of those situations. So let's start from the beginning. How did it all come together for you?
Well, I was born in Zambia and grew up in Zimbabwe. Both my feet are in both countries. Yeah. And all my life, I've always wanted to be a singer. And I began to have hit singles in Zimbabwe as a local artist. And then I felt, I want to be an international artist, And then, lo and behold, there was a English producer that happened to be in Zimbabwe on holiday. And he saw one of my videos on TV, and he owned a recording studio in Wolverhampton. And he invited me down. He had a meeting with my record label in Zimbabwe, and they actually afforded me, my air tickets to come down and, start my career. So I owe a lot to them.
I mean, it's just been an amazing career. I mean, you've had a little bit of a break, haven't you? Because there's not been that much music out there at the moment. But is it all changing for you at the moment?
Well, I've got a new album out at the moment. We released it at the end of February. The title of the album is called Turn on the Light. And we've just released a single from it called Let's Go Together, which was a cover done by Odyssey, I believe. So, we've released, I reckon, about 4 or 5 singles from it so far. And so, that's happening. I'm really excited about that. And I'm out there doing quite a few festivals around the world, Particularly Spain has been so good to me these last 3 years. It's just like nearly every weekend I'm in Spain doing these I Love the 90s, Back to the 90s, and the audience, it's just so humongous. You get anywhere from between 5 to 25,000 people.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's surreal.
The Reminiscence one on the 7th of September, that's got to be huge, isn't it?
Oh, that's honestly, I'm so grateful to the Reminisce guys. They've been inviting me on to perform there since they more or less started, since they were babies. And I think they've been going now for they've just celebrated 10 years, I think. And honestly, I've watched it grow and grow. And when I performed there the last time, across the whole venue, there were probably over 20,000 people.
I mean, it's like I've done these rewind festivals, the 80s and everything else to go with it. Yeah. And what it is you get people that actually turn up to these festivals, and they weren't even born, but they still know the music.
Yeah, it's shocking. It's absolutely surreal. It's really shocking. And when I do some gigs and I see, a whole lot of youngsters that weren't born when everybody's Free Stupid was released, I'm thinking, oh gosh, I'm going to go down like a lead balloon. They're not going to know my song. But my gosh, they sing in the verses, they sing in the chorus, and I'm going, how do you know the song? Oh, because Mom and Dad played it to us and we liked it.
It's unbelievable how it works, isn't it, these days? Because you've got, back in the day, you didn't have all this. You just had vinyl, you just had tape players, and now everybody can get everything digitally. Why? On YouTube and everywhere.
I think it's a better situation for us artists, and for getting out our stuff there. If you've heard of an artist and you sort of Google them or gone to the internet and find out more about them, I think it's a good time we're living in with the state of the internet for things like that. Yeah.
So what's the album all about? What type of music is it these days that you're actually doing?
Well, Gary and I didn't want to only do an album that was songs with, hands up in the air all the way through. We wanted to do, songs that were mid-tempo. I did a cover of someone that I used to love that was covered by Natalie Cole and Barbra Streisand. So my husband says, that could really work well in the theatre.
Well, yeah, in the theatre, yeah.
Yeah, in the theatre, but, we've done a mix. I've done some covers on the album, tracks that were I did a song which we released a few months ago by Nicolette Larson, and she released that, I believe, in the late 70s. So it's songs that hopefully people will listen to and go, I think I know that track from somewhere, and, play with them, and then they go, yeah, I've heard that song, I know it. So we've got a mixture of tracks of mid-tempo, up-tempo, and just complete ballads, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of the tracks, and they sound really, really good. They sound, I mean, it's not like the usual stuff that you've done, but it sounds really good.
Thank you so much. Well, I thought, Gary and I thought, look, when I released Everybody's Free to Feel Good, that was, 33 years, it's going to be 33 years old this year. I'd love to have another hit like Everybody's Free, but let's be honest, life moves on, styles of music change, and I've matured. My voice isn't like it once was when I was, 33 years ago, and I want to, do different styles of music. I believe as a singer, I've got different, facets to my voice.
How do you think the music's changed these days? Do you think it's gone, I mean, all the X Factor and everything else to go with it, do you think it's just changed since then?
When I first, had the hits Everybody's Free to Feel Good, and I was going out and doing anywhere between 5
I mean, they were the days, weren't they? So.
Those were the days, and back then I thought it was tough. I did think it was tough then. Somehow, moving forward to now, I think it's even tougher. But then you've got the internet, and you've got, I believe some of the artists have released their own material with no help from the record labels. They've done it all by themselves. So I guess there's pros and cons. Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, Stock Aitken and Warpen, Pete's a good friend of mine. They have to do it all themselves, didn't they? And it was just like go in the studio, do this, do that, and now everything's internet-wise.
Absolutely. Look, if you've got a nice little setup in your back room and you want to record material, you can release it on YouTube, and you just never know who's listening.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the same anymore, is it? Because, you used to have to go in the studio, you used to have to produce it, you have to record it, you have to do everything. But now you can, like you just said, you can just go in your back bedroom and do whatever you want.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm happy to say that I'm still the old school.
Well,
studio,
Well, I'm still the old school because I used to go into a studio and do my show. Now I'm doing it from home.
Wow, you see, there you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's, in some ways, I mean, like I say, there's pros and cons around it, but yeah, I love the feel of going into the recording studio. The producer getting a mix right in my cans, and I prefer that, and I'm standing and I'm singing, so that's how we did the whole album of Turn on the Lights.
Yeah, but the good feeling is, Rozalla, is standing on a stage and performing into thousands of people. That's the good bit.
That is heaven, and I always say, when I'm asked what's good about performing, I say, I've recorded the material, I've got the songs out there, my fans have heard the songs, but the biggest prize for me is going out and performing it and watching my fans enjoy the music and enjoy the performance, hopefully. And that's the biggest prize for, I would say, any artist, is to have an audience.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
When you're on the stage, is it a playback or is it a band?
I sometimes have a band. Like sometime in May, I performed with a 60-piece orchestra at the Royal Albert Hall, which was it just blew my mind.
I bet that was amazing, that, wasn't it?
Oh my God, it blew my mind. Rag and Bone were performing. Rag and Bone, the artist, his real name is Rory. I got to find out that evening.
Yeah. Rag and Bone, man.
My gosh, what a talent! And of course, we had Janice, who sings "I'm a Dreamer," just perfection. And you had the backing singers, and then you've got a 60-piece orchestra playing Everybody's Free to Feel Good. And then they had, I think, an 8 or 10-piece choir, as well as
oh my God.
Singers. Oh, I mean, honestly, talk about a dream come true.
That must have been amazing.
It was incredible. I've taken pictures, and the photographer of the night, the official photographer, sent me some of the pictures, and my husband's like, "You have to frame them. This is like, this is forever. You have to frame them." So I'm still just get them framed. So like it's telling me off.
Well, you have to keep their moments because they're precious.
Oh, that was so precious. I mean, every moment is precious. You know, when I perform in a nightclub of 100 people, sometimes those same 100 people are so up for having a good time. It could be, there could be 10,000 people because of the reaction they give.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the end of the day, I love performing.
Well, not
job, and I love it.
Hang on, the phone's going. Just hang on a minute. Hello. Yeah, but I'm on the phone to Rozalla. Rozalla, say hello to my partner, Ramika.
Hello, my love. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Hello. Very sorry.
Have a good day.
Call. I'll call off. Thank you. Have a good time.
I'll ring you back in a minute. I'm in the middle of an interview. Bye. Sorry about that.
That was a little bit of an embarrassing laugh from her.
Oh, I tell you. But if people want to know about your new album and everything else, how can they get in touch?
Oh, it's available on all the good online retailers like Amazon Music, iTunes, Deezer. I mean, you name it. It's all out there. It's all out there. Just type in Rozalla and purchase music, and it all comes up.
And it's all on there. And the Reminiscence Festival, of course, the 7th of September in Liverpool. I've been to it many, many times. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
Exciting. It's exciting.
Yeah, great. Rozalla, it's been great to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Enjoy the weather.
Well, we're trying, but it's gone a bit dull here in Manchester.
Fingers crossed the sun will come out smiling again.
But absolutely amazing, and we'll look forward because we're coming down to the festival anyway. So.
Oh, brilliant! I hope we get to see you.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, my darling. You take care.